Hello students, welcome to the machine learning course. So in this lecture we are going to discuss a machine learning model, that is support vector machine. We shall discuss the following topics one by one. First of all, what is SVM? SVM is a classification technique that comes under supervised learning. It can represent linear as well as non-linear model, and it has an efficient training algorithm. We shall see how it is efficient irrespective of size of data sets. Basically, it is derived from statistical learning theory by Vapnik and Chervonen in 92. It got in mainstream because of its exceptional performance in handwritten digit recognition. Let us see this example. We have a data set with binary classes. So class 1 and class 2. Each of this data point x represents a vector. By default, a vector is a column vector, and the training examples are given by tuples x and y. So x is the input and y is target class. Having the scatter plot of these two classes, we can say that we are trying to find out a model which separates two classes at the maximum. In this example, in input we have only two columns. Let us say d is equal to 2. Okay. Only two features we have. So this can be written as x1, this can be written as x2. In this case, the model may be an equation of line. An equation of line can be written as like this. A general equation of line you might have seen, y is equal to mx plus c. The same can be transformed as x2 is equal to m into x1 plus c. Here x1 is x, and next like first attribute x1, second attribute x2. Now let us see here, w you can consider like w1 plus w2 for each of the input column, one parameters, and a particular row vector you consider it is x. Okay, so w transpose would be a row vector w1 w2, and x you take a particular row vector. Once you take a particular row vector, it can be written in the column again, x1 x2 plus b is equal to 0. Now if you multiply, you will get w1 x1 plus w2 x2 plus b is equal to 0. Now you can compare with this equation of line. Here this you can write mx1 minus x2 plus c is equal to 0. So m may be w1, this minus 1 may be w2, and this constant c is the bias b. Okay. So in vector form, the same equation of line is represented like this. So our whole purpose would be to estimate the value of w and b given the data set, given the training examples xy. Once W and B are estimated, our model will be the sine of Wx plus B, or you can write here transpose. So Wx plus B, sine of that would be our output. So sine would be either plus 1 or minus 1. If it is plus 1, it belongs to class 1. If it is minus 1, it belongs to class 2. Okay. So next we are going to formulate the problem in such a way that finally we need to estimate W and B parameters. One more point here to notice that there may be infinite number of lines separating two classes. Although these all lines may be the model, but in SVM we are trying to find out a line which separates the two classes equally and maximally both sides. Okay. Fine. So we shall find out the model such that okay, it should be as far as possible from both classes. The purpose is to maximize the margin. What is margin here? Margin is this distance. Okay, so this distance we need to maximize. If equation of this model line is this one, we can plot two dotted and parallel lines in such a way that this dotted line should touch the nearest data point of class 2. Similarly, this one should touch the nearest point of class 1, nearest from this hyperplane, or you can say the line. So a parallel line equation only changes by a small quantity in the constant term. So this quantity we shall keep same, and reducing down by 1 unit and scrolling up by 1 unit. So these two are called margin lines. So the equation of margin lines are equation of the hyperplane plus minus a quantity 1. Now having these equations of two margins, try to find out the distance between these two margin lines. And also the data points lying on the margin lines are called support vectors. Each data point here is not a single scalar value but a vector, and in final computation of the model only these data points are going to participate. Remaining will be discarded after a point of time. That is why these points lying on the margin lines are called support vectors. Now how to find out distance between two margin lines, that is margin M. So you have to recall how to find out distance between two parallel lines. So one parallel line here you have x transpose x plus b is equal to 1, and other is x transpose plus b is equal to minus 1. If you subtract 1 minus 2, here you can consider it is point x1, and here you consider point x2. So here we put x1 here x2. So difference x transpose x1 minus x2 b cancel is equal to 2. If you put equation 1 minus 2. Now x1 minus x2 is equal to 2. Take w this side and take norm on both sides. Norm. So this norm gives the distance. Like if you have a vector x is equal to x1, x2, x3 and so on. So the norm x you can consider square root of like norm 2 x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square, like that. So this difference gives like Euclidean distance, but here we are calculating L2 norm, L1 norm. Okay, so it will look like this. Okay. Again, this can be achieved in other way also. Suppose if you consider it as a column vector, and if you find out x transpose x, what would you get? x1, x2, x3, x1, x2, x3. So if you multiply one row by one column, you will get x1 square plus x2 square plus x3 square. And if you take square root here, then this also will be square root. So here we are trying to find out norm of w. So this can be written as square root of w transpose w, or simple norm of w. So this is our margin, means distance between two margin lines. We are trying to formulate the problem as a maximization problem. How to maximize the margin. Fine. For any data points, like this is your margin line, this is hyperplane of the model, this is one margin line, this is one margin line. So for any data point this side, like xi, if you substitute this data point in the equation w transpose x plus b is equal to 0, so this quantity you will get is equal to 1, so you will get greater equal to 1. If xi lies on the margin, then equal to 1. If above the line, then greater equal to 1. It's altogether greater equal to 1. Similarly, if a data point is lying on the margin line minus 1, so if lying on the margin, here will be equal to minus 1. But if xi is here, then it will be less than minus 1. So altogether it will be less equal to minus 1. So for class 2, this side we have class 2. Class 2 means the class level is equal to minus 1. So for these data points, for any data point xi, the equation would be less equal to 1. And for class 2, that is yi is equal to plus 1, it will be greater than. If you multiply both sides with yi, what will happen? So left side both are same, and right side 1 into 1, that is 1, and okay, here it is minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1, again 1. and sign will be reverted. Why? Suppose 2x 3 less equal to or 5, and if you multiply both sides with negative quantity, let us say -1, then what will happen? -3, sign will change, it will become greater than -5. So once you multiply with negative quantity both sides, this inequality will change. As yi is negative quantity here, so this less equal to will become greater equal to. So we got an equation like this for all value of I. Second thing, the margin between two marginal line, we got norm of W. We need to maximize it. Equivalently, 1 divided by m, we can minimize. So maximizing m equivalent to tell minimizing 1 divided by m. So if you divide 1 by m, so it will become norm W by 2. Norm W also can be written as W transpose W. So finally, our quadratic optimization problem is formulated. So we need to maximize this quantity given the constraint for every I. So I is 1 to number of samples n. So finally we formulated our SVM into optimization problem. Now in the next session we shall try to solve how to solve a maximization problem. So first we shall see some mathematical background, then actually we shall solve this optimization problem.